What's poppin', my jalapenos? Lance, you still like that opening?
I love that opening.
Spice Force here. Lance is giving you guys our first Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. Lance, what you got, broski?
All right, this is Kaiju Crusadia. It's got a little spice in it, though. All right, so...
Just how we like it.
Yeah, extra spicy. It's Crusadia. So here's our deck core. Running 3 Arborea, 3 Maximus, 2 Draco, 2 Leonis. This is target a Link monster. It does double battle damage. This is while it's in the graveyard on the field, you can banish it to save any number of Crusadia monsters from the field. This recurs a monster in the graveyard, and this makes a Link monster
piercing damage.
Piercing battle damage, yeah.
You disrespected my boy. We talked about this.
You can't run 3. If I run 3, I open it, and if I open it, I lose. The coolest thing about the Crusadia monsters, including Maximus and Leonis, they don't have to use their effect on a monster they point to. So if you summon it to a zone that it doesn't point to, you can still get their effects off. I used that when I was playing like T-Dragons. It was really good. So then for the rest of the Crusadia core, I'm running 1 power, 1 revival. Revival protects a card from card effects other than that card's effect, and this gives it 500 attack points, and it can swing on all monsters. If they make a field full of monsters, this is GG, and if you're going first, this is the only thing that will help you. This is Rhoda. It grabs Arborea, and this is Monster Reborn. You know what Monster Reborn is. It plays Draco. So for the Kaiju core, it's super thick. We're running 5 different names. This is your Kaiju, and then you let them pick their favorite, because it doesn't matter.
You always give them the bug, right?
Yeah, you gotta give them the bug.
You gotta give them that disrespect.
Yeah, because if you give them this, they might play in Guard Dragon, and that's just, woof. You don't want to give them that when they're playing the field spell.
Yeah, you don't want them having waterfront.
This is a win button.
Win button, yep.
90% of the time, if I play this, it resolves, it's game over. I played this against Orcust, and I just beat him to death with Cruise.
So what does Kaiju Slumber do?
Kaiju Slumber, it destroys all monsters on the field. Then, while in the same phrasing, it special summons 2 Kaijus from the deck, 1 to your side, 1 to the other. So if you negate it with a card like Ash Blossom, you don't get the special summon. But if it's in the graveyard, and if you set it, like if they set it and blow it up, and it goes to the graveyard, you can banish it, grab a Kaiju their shit, and deal 8,000 damage. So here is that super duper spice. Right, so we're running 3 of the purple Mech Knights, 2 of the indigo Mech Knights, and 1 of the blue Mech Knights.
So you'd call this Crusadia Kaiju Mech Knights?
Yeah, because it's...
Is that the right name?
It is, because the Mech Knights are just there. These are really there for floodgates. You play these cards, and like realistically what you want to do is purple into blue. Blue banishes himself to search for any Mech Knights, so you'll grab blue off that. Special summon, grab 2 Mech Knights.
So purple banishes himself to search for any Mech Knight.
It does. It doesn't banish his cost, so if they chain a card like Valor or something like that, it sticks, but having a 25 beater that gets over floodgates, and I can summon Maximus next to it and just beat the crap out of it.
And then this guy searches for Mech Knights.
Equal to the amount of cards in the column that he special summoned to.
On your opponent's board, right?
No, just that they control. So if you summon a Kaiju to his zone, you can still get at least 2
Right,
cards.
but it doesn't like check your side of the...
No, it doesn't check your side of the field.
And we call this Shifty Boy.
Yeah, Shifty Boy. This is, if they don't summon anything, you can kill them in 1 turn with this card, because he can shift to any zone on the field. So if you shift him to Echomax's zone, he gains 2,400 attack points. So that's the super duper spice right there. You run this with the Mech Knights, because if you make Morningstar, you can ditch a Mech Knight to search it, and it's Monster Reborn light.
Yeah, searching Monster Reborn is pretty good.
Super duper good. We're going second, so
yeah, combo based deck, gotta have it.
This is my problem solver right here.
Yep.
We run that because, banishing Ash Blossoms. I basically only activate Desires if I have that in my hand. Effect Valor. It doesn't get around decks that have targeting protection, but it's still really good to negate the effect of any normal summon monster. See this guy? He blows up the floodgates. You run 3 of them because special summoning to a zone and having Equimax point to him is automatically 2600. But his effect is a quick effect, and he tributes himself as cost. So at any time during the chain, if they try to do something, you just tribute Microtops.
And pop a card on board, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you just pop a card on the field. Running 3 copies of Desires. I've played with ratios of 1, 2, and 3, but 3 is the best in this deck.
Drawing cards is good, right?
Yeah, drawing cards is really good, really good. You need as many cards in your hand as you can, at least until Testament comes out. That's the only way to get back up on your losses. As far as the extra, it's pretty standard. I'm running 3 copies of Crusadia Maximus. When a monster special summoned to his own, you get to search for a Crusadia monster. You're searching for Maximus unless you normal summon it.
Yeah, this guy says grab Maximus.
Unless you normal summon it and then you grab Draco instead. This guy is actually a lot better than most people realize. This is special summon, search for a spell or trap, but it's not just during your turn. So you can, I don't know, if they special summon during your opponent's turn, you get to search for a spell or trap card.
Crusadia spell or trap, right?
Yeah, just Crusadia spell or trap card. I run one of her because I link climb with Kaijus a lot, and having a free link to Crusadia monster is good. As far as my other link one, I think I just run him. You make effect Valor. If you have a brick hand, you normal summon Valor, make link Karibo, special summon a Crusadia monster to his zone, go into Spartha into Magius, and you've made Crusadia plays with nothing. Then we've got Knight of the Morningstar. This searches for World Legacy Succession. That you could basically just say that's all it does, is ditch to search. I have 2 more Link 2s that I run just for fun. I don't like back row. And this is ridiculous if it goes off. You don't ever use it, but if you need to, this card can end games, straight up. So then we have some more Link 3s. This has got one of my favorite plays of all time in it. You summon this, and then you summon a Kaiju to his zone, and it blows up all the back row on the field, and the Kaiju is banished. So they lose a monster and all their back row, and I have a 2500, and they take damage. This guy, once again, just dealing with floodgates. He's non-targetable while he doesn't point to monsters that are in his zones. And once per turn, I can blow up a card in his column, only my cards, obviously, to special summon a Mech Knight from the deck. So if I'm just drawing dead draws, I can play Mech Knight Beatdown, and this is the Mech Knight Kingpin. 2 Equimax. If you run
win button.
Win button. This is almost always deal 12,000 damage.
Yep.
If you just have Maximus in the field spell up, you will get 8,200, which is game. You only ever need 2. You can run 1, but you've got to be really nutty. And like I said, I link climb with Kaijus a lot, so having 2 Equimax to be able to tag one out, go into Magius is good. As far
so he, before you go to your side deck, he just takes 2 effect monsters, including a link.
Yep, it's really not picky at all.
So that's how you
if
you climb into him and then Magius to get Maximus.
If you've got to, because you need Maximus.
I have seen this man do that so many times.
If you can't get any Kaiju, if you can't get any Crusadia monsters, and you just desires, just draw into cards, you just link climb into this. You tag him out. We make that, and now you can special summon any monster to his zone. As long as it's an effect monster, you get to search. So then you search for Maximus, and you should have enough monsters to link climb twice. Especially if you play Desires. If not, you can play around it. Regilex can give you game. It's harder. You basically have to play the field spell to get game with Regilex because he needs more than 1 swing. But summoning Maximus to his zone and the field spell is 4,000 damage. So if you can get 2 swings off that, it's game.
And he's going to gain the attack of the monster he points to.
He will. So
on your opponent's side too.
Yeah, so if you give him a Kaiju and put Maximus here and the field spell there, it's basically game, but Equimax is game.
That's Equimax Jr.
Yeah, this cute little Equimax. He's the search for field spell Equimax.
Man. So what kind of spice do you have in your side deck?
Oh, dude, this is full of spice. First off, like I said, I hate back row, but I do need a normal summon. So you play this, and Altergeist players cry. You just play this, no more Altergeist players. They just scoop them up for you.
I feel some red reboot coming our way.
Yeah, you might be correct. This is in there. Normally, most people are running Twin Twister. I saw a guy play this at a YCS, and every time I played it, it's really good. Paying 1,000 for removal is just so good, especially when you can chain it to cards like Engage and stuff like that are just like get them away forever. It banishes, it does not destroy, so it can get cards that you don't want in the graveyard away from the game. Speaking of spice, this card is Book of Eclipse Light. They basically lose their board, and instead of searching for Maximus, you can just search for Leonis, and it doesn't even matter.
Do piercing damage to all of their guys.
It doesn't work on Link monsters, but if you play Colossus, I kind of lose anyway. So this is my out to Colossus. If I don't draw this, my only out to Colossus is crying myself to sleep at night. This, once again, more Colossus hate. We run this because there's so many decks this format that just like banished to make a jillion plays. You just chain this, no more bad plays. You can also chain it to a draw and lock to the reincarnation play.
Yeah.
It will save you from dying to that. It's just simple, easy cards you can put in the graveyard.
It saves you a turn, but one turn's all you need in this deck, right?
That's right. You only need one turn. Speaking of one turn, you need this card. In certain matchups, if you don't draw this card, you shouldn't even play anymore, because if you don't draw this in the Altergeist matchup or Denko Saka, there's nothing you can do.
They hit you with that set 5 pass.
Exactly. It's abysmal.
GG.
There is no game there. You're playing Rivalry in the field spell. It sucks. This is the new hidden spice, though. Once again, I think another player at a YCS was citing this. This is ridiculous. It beats Salad. It beats a lot of really good decks who are running their own floodgates. There are going to be a billion situations in which your opponent's going to make you go first. You side this in, and you flip this over and you win. It's really awesome to just be able to run floodgates in a deck that should not be able to run floodgates.
Yeah, because this doesn't affect you hardly at all, right?
No, you're never going to control more than one. I mean, I guess you would if you control 2 Mech Knights, but you're going to be making those sort of plays, and in that situation, you just make Equimax and summon one Mech Knight instead.
Cool, man. All right, Lance. Well, thanks for sharing that with us, man. It's actually a pretty budget deck for you guys out there looking for something affordable yet competitive. It's super fun. So let us know in the comments what you think. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe.